And I'm so sorry, but there's nothing I can do about the internet being garbage. So, I'm gonna try to set my phone up here so I don't have to touch it, hold it the whole time. Hello, everybody. I hope everybody's here. I am going to try to share this link, and hopefully, you guys will be able to find me. So, I tried to go live I was messing around, guys, for 40 minutes on there trying to go live. I went inside and tried to go live. I thought maybe the internet would be better there, and it was not better. Nothing was better. Everything was not working. But happy Thanksgiving to everybody who's in Canada. I know that nobody is watching me right now. Oh, hi, June. So, hi. You're here. You're the first one. Yeah. Okay, nothing has been working so far. So, it's been annoying. And thank you to everybody who's holding in there. A bunch of champs. Paul, I know you're staying up past your bedtime for this. So I'm here. Finally, okay? And let me know if it freezes. Let me know if I have a double chin when it freezes. Hello, El Pistafo. Okay, I'm just trying to put my phone up here. Hello, Wayne. Hello, everybody. Hopefully people are finding me. This is just, oh my gosh. Okay, everything is tangled up here. Hold on, sorry guys. What? I got my phone plugged in because it's dead. And it's not cooperating. Please don't fall. It might fall. My phone might fall. And it's Thanksgiving. I'm sorry that my lighting isn't better, but we're working with what we've got now. Hold on. We might be able to work with better what we've got here. Maybe. Let me put my glass of wine down. This cord's 10 feet long and it's getting tangled up on everything. Okay, I'm gonna put the phone on the bike instead. Oh, hey, perfect. The exhaust pipe works perfect. And now my stool's probably gonna be too tall. Oh, it's actually, what wine? This is actually some kind of blend. It didn't even actually really, I feel like this lighting is not better. I feel like it makes me look like 50 years old. 50 years older. I feel like this lighting is definitely better. It's, I don't know, it's some kind of a blend of wine. It sounded like, I like Syrah wines. So it kind of sounded like a blend similar to Syrah. So that's why I got it. And it's not bad. It's pretty good, actually. I wish that I had some food to go with it. I do want some sheets with that wine, actually. Hello, Craig. Happy Thanksgiving. Do you guys have Thanksgiving in Australia, too? Okay, guys. Just bear with me while I try to figure out my whole, situation here. Hopefully, nobody gets annoyed by a crooked camera. Because it's going to be crooked. So, yeah. Thanksgiving. I'm not having a family dinner tonight. My sister actually texted me and told me I could come over for dinner there. But it's going to be ready in an hour. It takes an hour to get to her house, so I would have to leave right now. And I already told you guys I was going to do a live stream, so I'm here doing a live stream. And it's still Thanksgiving. It's actually Thanksgiving Monday today. So we get Thanksgiving Sunday and Thanksgiving Monday. And yeah, I have a lot to be thankful for. I think most of us probably have a lot to be, I think a lot of us have a lot to be thankful for. I don't want to assume what anybody's life is like. Hello, happy Thanksgiving, Tobin Lake. Yeah, so Thanksgiving is a time to be thankful, I guess. But I think every time is probably a time to be thankful, because if you're not thankful, then what are you? You're probably just a jerk. And I don't think anybody likes jerks. Jerks might like themselves sometimes, but that's probably what makes them jerks. Yeah, hey, sick bastard. I would love to be having turkey dinner right now and stuffing my face, but I had a turkey dinner on Friday, someone invited me out for a turkey dinner, so I went and had a turkey dinner Friday, and I might have one next Sunday with my family, so that'll be good. My sister's doing like a hello Joe. My sister's doing a and oh, I don't know if Trev is here. Sorry, hippie Trev. No, you probably can't find me now. My sister's doing a chicken dinner tonight, so she invited me for that, but she just texted me like 10 minutes ago. So I'm here doing a live. And yeah, they live pretty far. Well, they only live an hour away, but she's the sister with the whole junkyard and whatever. I did a live stream there one time with all their junk in their yard. And yeah, it was pretty good. So, who all is from Canada here? Is how many people are? I know Tobin Lake. Thanks for the turkey thumbs up, John. Nice necklace. Oh, thanks. It's it's actually my sister's cross, which unbeknownst to me, I stole from her. I thought it was like a random cross that nobody had any claim to. But my chain, I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to see this. My chain has been broken like 4 times. I keep putting it back together because it's so expensive to buy gold. And my chains, I always break them on my bike. On my shovel head, I've broken so many chains on it. And or just like, cause I'll if I'm on like the kickstart side, this is normally when it happens. If I'm on the kickstart side of the bike, I'm going to kickstart it and it's still in gear, like from me parking it or whatever, I'll like lean over the bike to pull the shifter up into neutral, and then my necklace will get caught when I'm coming back up. So this one was longer, but I've had to repair it so many times, and this is probably actually the length it should be because it can't get caught on anything, but I've broken so many chains that way. I think I just need like a bit of a heavier chain. Hello, Rory. Hello, Kevin from North Dakota. So yeah, but the shovel head's parked for the season till summer. And hello, happy Thanksgiving, James. And it is going to be coming apart this winter. Shoelaces? Oh yeah. I like the gold. I like the way the gold looks. I mean, I like gold, but don't we all? Hello, John from Wyoming. But yeah, my shovel head's parked. The back the fender, the only fender that's on it, is broken. So I'm gonna take it probably just for a little spin around the block, pretty much kind of thing. Hey Gmont, and that'll be it. Cause I don't wanna like have the fender completely break when I'm riding it and then it ends up like up in somewhere that it doesn't belong. That would not be a good time. So okay, Gmont, we'll see you in a minute. So yeah, the shovel head is off the road. Its insurance ran out actually like a week ago anyways. And then my Dyna, I've got on the road till the 23rd, but it's supposed to be sunny every day this week. So I'm going to take my Dyna hopefully for like a short ride at least every day, hopefully. And then it's supposed to rain Friday and then rain for a bunch of next week. And then I'm going to be going to Florida. So then I'll be riding the FXR in Florida. So it'll be good until I get home. And then I'll be cold again without a motorcycle to ride. And hopefully not too sad. I'll have a lot of work to do on the bikes. Hello, Serenity Kitty. And hello, John. Yeah, so there's a lot to do. I'm coming back the day before Halloween, and it's gonna be pretty good because I actually have, like, I lived in Kelowna last Halloween and I didn't do anything. Like, what do you do? I mean, I think I went out with my sister because she wanted to go out somewhere, and I just was like, ugh, like, I don't know, I don't really care for getting dressed up anymore. It's like, I don't know, it's not, I like Halloween and everything like that, but like watching kids have fun on Halloween is way more fun. Yeah, Halloween in Canada. On the October 31st. So watching kids have fun on Halloween or Christmas or any of those days is way more fun, like, than being an adult and getting dressed up and going out. Yeah, it's like I don't really want to, like, I don't really care for getting dressed up for Halloween anymore. The Mad Hatter picture, maybe I'll do my Mad Hatter costume, just take another photo maybe for you guys. I can do, like, I would like to get a photo of me in the Mad Hatter outfit with my shovel head, like a nice photo or a few of them, because I feel like that Mad Hatter costume would actually just look really good with the shovel head. So I would like to do that. Maybe if I can do that, I will. I'll have to like dress in the Mad Hatter outfit and then like maybe just, I don't want to do it in my driveway because those would be gross pictures. So maybe if I just like rode down the road with it, or even just rolled it across the street and did that, that would be kind of cool. That actually might be able to make some good pictures like that. So yeah, it's actually like, so coming back from Florida the day before Halloween will be all right. It won't make coming back from Florida so sad, because I'll be coming back and I'll be able to go trick-or-treating with my sister and with my sister's kids, and she'll be there too, but I'll be able to go trick-or-treating with them the day after I get home, so that'll be fun. I'm borderline like contemplating just throwing a sheet over myself and making myself look like a ghost and just like seeing how much candy I can get. Not Biketoberfest. I'll be going to the Forgotten Angels camp out. So it'll be a good time. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And yes, we do celebrate Halloween in Canada. I think that we always have. So I don't know where all celebrates Halloween. I know like there's lots of places that don't celebrate Halloween. But yeah, I don't actually know the history of Halloween. Apparently there's like this one scholar, actually this biblical scholar, oh shoot, what's his name? I have one of his books in the house. His name is, why is this? Ken Johnson. So Ken Johnson, he's a biblical scholar, and he actually does a whole bunch of research on Halloween and its origins. I've not actually watched the video in full. I might actually watch that tonight because now I'm interested. But he does a whole bunch of research on the origins of Halloween and stuff like that. And everybody thinks it's like a day to celebrate the dead, which it isn't. I guess originally it wasn't. It was a day to remember, like to commemorate the flood of Noah. And because so many people did pass away at that flood. So I like, don't quote me on any of that, but it's like, I'm not going to try to get into it any further than that because I haven't actually like looked into it myself too much. But yeah, it's like actually to commemorate the flood, Noah's flood, and all the people who passed away during that. So if anybody's interested, Ken Johnson is really interesting. He does tons of research on like, well, he's a biblical scholar, so he does all kinds of research on that stuff, and it's so interesting. Like, that's the kind of stuff I love reading about. I absolutely love it. The book that I have inside of his is, yeah, it's I'm not gonna get into that stuff too much because some of it is just too hard to just explain, and I've only read that book one time. I would like to read it again. I'm also reading a book by Michael Heiser, and Michael, I don't know if any of you have heard of Michael Heiser, but he's also a scholar, like a biblical, or is he a scholar? No, no, but he does tons of crazy research too, but he passed away. But I want to get all of his books. Like, that's one guy who I could read all of his books. And hello, Aaron. They think they found Noah's Ark on Mount Ararat. But you know what I've always wondered, like, okay, so like the shape there's right, so like there's a shape of the ark there, But you think that with all that wood, with the planet like literally just being like decimated by a global flood, and them like coming to land on that mountain, you'd think that the wood from the ark, you'd think that the wood from the ark would have been used for stuff. So like maybe it wouldn't be there anymore unless they didn't use all the wood. I don't know. Maybe they wouldn't have used it all. Comes from a Celtic cultural observation called Samhain, then was moved to the day before All Saints Day. You're talking about Halloween? Hallows Eve. I've not had a lot of wine. I've had hardly any wine. This is my only wine that I've had. Not feeling anything at all. It's my Thanksgiving wine. I don't know if I turned this into subscribers only mode for the chat. I probably didn't. I might be getting some craze in here. Normally I turn it in subscribers only mode because otherwise you get like a bunch of people doing crazy stuff. And yes. Troll farts? What? Crazy stuff. Yeah. Good thing you subbed. I don't think I have it in subscribers only mode right now. So usually, oh, Hippie Trev. I don't know if I did. You know me, if I don't respond to your comment, I've seen a few of your comments pop up there, but if I don't actually like verbally respond to your comment, it's either the chat's moving too quick for me to read it all, or yeah, Hippie Trev, actually there's none of your comments are even in the chat. I'm scrolling up, I'm seeing nothing. So repeat. You have to repeat yourself. Sorry. Trick or treat is derived from All Hallows Eve. So yeah, I'm not saying that everything about Halloween is like, okay, that's why I said I'm not gonna like try to get into it too much, because I've not like actually watched the whole video or whatever where he talks about this. It's like an hour and a half long. And yeah, it's just interesting. But most people aren't really into that kind of stuff. I'm really interested in the history of different things like that, and I like to read about that kind of like I like reading like those kind of studies and things like that. Like Easter, yeah, like a lot of those holidays are like, and it's weird to me, like, I don't know, it's like, yeah, like where the heck did the bunny's idea come from? But we all know that Easter comes from like a pagan holiday. But it's like a lot of these holidays that began like from pagan type rituals, it was just, and the reason how come like Christians celebrate them now is because a lot of them, it was like the Christians trying to take these things that were non-Christian and pagan and like repurpose them into being something to celebrate like God or to celebrate Jesus, right? So it's not to do like the Easter that Christians celebrate isn't anything to do, hello David, with like the original Easter, even though I don't know, I mean that's like a whole rabbit hole, pun intended, that you could totally go down talking about that stuff. The Four Corners rally, when all the crazy border stuff is done. Yeah. What if I got trapped in the States, guys, going down to Florida? The universe put out, you believe in the universe put out for what you want? If you put out good in the universe, good comes back to you kind of idea, like karma, I guess. yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that because I think there's a lot of people who do a lot of good and they don't have any good come back onto them. So if like, so then what about them? Like, I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of that. I feel like there's a lot of really good people who have really bad things happen to them. And it's like I mean, I don't know whether you believe in Jesus. Well, Jesus is a real historical figure, right? There's no denying that he existed. And anyone, even people who don't believe that he's like God, will say like, yeah, he was just a good guy. He tried to do something good and he died trying to like do something good, right? Like, so then why did he die the way that he did? Because if he was like as good as everyone knows that he is, then I mean, that's kind of what I think of that. I think there's a lot of people who do a lot of good and they don't have a lot of good come back on them. A lot of people die doing good. Like, you know? Bad experiences are lessons. Bad experiences, yeah, they are, but it's like there's no way, I feel like there's no way to really even define. There's no way to even define what I don't know. Okay, let me gather my thoughts here for a second. Like if bad like there's no way to know. Like it's not like everyone who has bad happen to them deserves it and everyone who has good happen to them deserves it, right? Like there's no way that can, like there's no way to look at that and just say, well, like but there's people who believe that like if there's something bad happening in your life, then something, you must be doing something bad. But it's not the case all the time because like bad happens to good people and good happens to bad people all the time. And like who decides right or wrong? Like we all have our basic moral structure. We all know that like murder is wrong. We all know that stealing is wrong. Like we all know that these things are wrong. And even the people who've done it, like someone like Willie Pickton, for example, who's like a serial killer, even he tried to hide it. He did it and he enjoyed doing it, obviously, because he murdered 49 women. And even he enjoyed it. He knew that it was wrong. So it's even the people who do these things to get some kind of weird enjoyment out of, they know it's wrong because they try to hide it. They try to not get the consequences from the law, right? So now your brain, Joe, so now you can never gather your thoughts again. The Springer is actually it's actually like a Chinese version, which I shouldn't even be telling all you this right now, but it's the truth. It's actually a Chinese version of an old style Harley Springer. Yeah, if I got stuck in the US, I probably would have a lot of biker friends that would take me in. Good. I'm glad to hear you believe in Jesus. Yeah, so I was just thinking like bad experiences, they are lessons. I think if we allow them to be lessons, like I think some people don't take them as that way though. Like Judge Judy, yeah, no good deed goes unpunished. Yeah. Did I like the big red three-wheeler? I mean, once I kind of got used to being on it, I did like it. It's weird to handle because it's you'll be like going like those trails that I was riding on and the tire tracks were just a little like more divoted. They had like divots kind of compared to the center. So like riding on something like that, for example, if your one rear wheel gets in a low spot, then it just starts pulling you over. And it's almost like you can't even control it. And it's like, so you gotta like hard turn and like lean off. And anytime I took a corner, because my brother, like those things tip over so easily, I'm like having to lean off of the thing. So yeah, it was a good time, but it was hard. It was a hard time. It was a good time, but a hard time. Trying to ride that thing. I'm just trying to read you guys' comments, and I feel like we've got like 7 conversations going on right now. A lot of evil people cheating their way through life, as there always has been. Like, what does it say? Like, there's nothing new under the sun, right? Everything that is the way that it is has always been the way it is. There's just different ways of being evil now, different like avenues to actually like be bad. So Joe the Mountain, you are an amazing human. Vincent, I did not pass you up. I cannot keep up with the chat. I can't read that quickly and respond to everything that's being said. So if there's a question or something you guys really want me to respond to, you just have to repeat it till I get there, because it's too hard for me to keep up with the chat sometimes. Yeah, there's nothing new under the sun. Yeah, that's right. It's actually King Solomon said that. Probably like being on a trampoline. Oh my gosh, they make the chat disappear. Yeah. So, aside from all of the horror, Florida is a humid swamp. It is so humid there. First time I ever went to Florida, as soon as I stepped off the plane, I just felt like the air felt so heavy, just the amount of humidity in the air. It was just like I could feel it. Hello, Vinny from Pittsburgh. Yeah, it was kind of, and it does smell like a swamp. But Florida sunsets are beautiful. I'm not gonna lie about that. But my sunsets are also beautiful. I get the mountains too. I don't think I could actually ever move to Florida or anything like that. So it is kind of hard to breathe in Florida. I know, like, do a lot of people there end up, because I know that like in really humid places like that, yeah, that does not sound pleasant, Hippie Trev. I know when it's really in really humid places like that, a lot of people end up getting like lung conditions like pneumonia and stuff like that. Where I live is beautiful. I'm really fortunate to live here. So, Florida animals. I want to see some Florida animals. I saw an alligator's head when I was there, and then I ate some gator. But I want to see like the what are the things? They're like a fat seal. They have like a fat face. I don't remember the orca. No, not orcas. I would like to see like the dolphins when I'm there. But I would also like to see the other things. The big seal. Yeah, the manatees. They're like a big fat seal. Like an ugly seal, kind of. I'd like to see the manatees. Someone told me where to go to see them, and I just didn't have the time. Yeah, I thought the gators lived in the swamps. Adorable little snot blobs. They're kind of snotty looking little manatees. Yeah, they're like an ugly seal to me. They've got like a big fat face, don't they? Or am I thinking of something completely different? I thought they had like a big fat nose or something like that. Yeah, so hopefully I'll see some manatees. I am going on a little adventure with Jedi Joe and his wife, so I'm really excited about that. And I will be riding Eric's FXR, so I'm also really excited about that. How strong I am to keep posting. I don't know what that means, but your life goes on. Life has to go on. You can't just stop in your tracks. They got what? Yeah, so I guess it's Thanksgiving. I don't know how many of my Canadian people are watching right now, but I'm definitely thankful for my shovel head. I'm thankful for I'm thankful for a motorcycle with electric start. No, I probably could not love a Honda rider. I like Harleys and I like some of the British bikes. Actually, my very first, what I wanted before I even like got into bikes, my favorite bikes were my favorite engine, actually, like the look. My favorite bike to build around was the Triumph Bonneville. Actually, my dad built the Triumph Bonneville 750 for a friend, and I always really liked the way those engines look. I thought that they make really cool looking choppers. So that was kind of like my first dream bike, I guess. And then I got my shovel head, and now it's my dream bike. But I still like the British bikes, like Hondas. I've never been able to get into the Hondas. I guess I don't know. I think a lot of those single cylinder engines, though, you can make a cool choppers out of them, or like cool bobbers or whatever. But the British ones, they just always have like, they just look way better. Like, I don't know what it is. It's like the shape, especially the Triumphs. Actually, I like the triangle shape of the bottom end. I've always liked the way that looked. Yeah, Nortons are cool looking. The most of those British bikes they're cool looking. The BSAs, yeah. Yeah, lots of them. So that was kind of like what I thought I would get for a bike if I was gonna build a bike. Like, there was just so many. Yeah, and no, I didn't find a new job, Vincent. I feel like it's not as easy to find jobs here, or maybe it's just our economy just really sucks. And I was looking for waitressing because I can waitress and make so much more money. But yeah, it's not as easy as I thought it was gonna be. And I haven't actually, I shouldn't even say that because I haven't really spent a whole ton of time looking, I guess. I've dropped off a few resumes at different restaurants, but I also, waitressing's nice because I can make a lot of money doing it. But I also, man, yeah, waitressing is tough because it's just the kind of people that you end up having to deal with a lot of the time. And it's not even just the customers. Like, I'm pretty good when it comes to dealing with different people and whatever, talking to them and stuff like that, making conversation. But I feel like a lot of the people in the restaurant industry are just not the kind of people that I can spend much time around. So you basically just have to go to work and ignore, just be there to make money and ignore everything else that's going on. But then it's weird because on a normal job, it's you can avoid gossip and drama, and people whatever, they don't care. But in the restaurant industry, as a waitress, it's almost like if you don't get into the drama and the gossip, you're not part of the game. If you don't drink with them every night, you're not part of the game. And it's just not, it's whatever. You make really good money though, so it's kind of like a catch-22 type situation. Okay, Chima. Have fun. Wait, where? Oh, right, you're going on a trip. Oh, yeah. Well, hopefully you take a lot of pictures and stuff like that. How big is the closest town? Kamloops is the closest. It's a city. And it's, I don't even know what the population is here. I think it's 150,000 or something like that. And I don't even know what the biggest city is in Canada. Probably, well, I guess it would be Toronto or something like that. But, yeah, I'm not really into big city stuff. I like being able to get across town without having to spend 2 hours commuting everywhere I want to go. So, yeah. Yeah, well, I'm looking for a husband that is, I don't know how old you are, George, but I'm assuming that you're probably not my age. You're gonna have. There are a lot of restaurants that we're to work at, but it's like they're not. The economy is just really poor here right now. Our economy sucks. Like our economy is just totally in the tank because of our government, and yeah, so it makes it really hard. And thanks guys for all the likes on the video. Anyway, it's good. You're only 300 years old? Well, I'm not 300 years old. You're like old enough to be my like great times 100 old grandpa. With no chill. I know, Joe. The chat's just like flying by. I can't read everything that's being said. It's like not possible. How about those Lucas Electrical Systems? Yeah, I don't know. It's my house is shaking right now from the train. My house shakes every time the train comes past. Hello, PA Biker. Also, unfortunately, from Canada, so you understand. And I was just like, I shared a picture of, I'm drinking this like blend. It's kind of like a Syrah almost. I felt like it was similar to a Syrah, but it didn't actually have a name. It's just like a red blend. John, so I shared a post on my Instagram the other day of my bike just idling in a no idle zone. It was warming up, so it's not like it was just idling, but and I was like, yeah, I pay my carbon tax, so like I get to idle my bike, whatever, you guys. And someone was just shocked about our carbon tax. I'm like, yeah, it's ridiculous. I don't know you could pay taxes and change the weather. Yeah, wouldn't that be nice? Like, let's just pay taxes and it'll always be riding weather. Like, how about that? Like, that's your carbon tax logic is like, okay, like now we have like, and Canada just has to pay all this carbon tax no, it's actually like, you guys just spent too much money and you're trying to figure out ways of taxing us that make no sense. So, yeah, we'll pay. And then they didn't get rid of the carbon tax. They just started taxing industries for it. So now these industries are just going to raise their prices. So now it's like everyone is still affected. And there's no, yeah, it doesn't make any sense, guys. It's crazy to even just think about. Carbon tax is a total scam. It's like, how does that even make sense? How do you tax people on the carbon in the air? It's like, okay, well, what if someone doesn't even drive a car or anything like that? Like, do they still pay carbon tax? Yeah, California's like the same. You can't even get plastic bags in Canada anymore. You can't get plastic straws. Everywhere you go is paper straws. You can't get plastic bags. That was one thing that was just so weird going to Florida and just like going to Walmart and they have the self-checkouts with plastic bags. Like I felt like I didn't realize how long it's been like in Canada where you just can't, where they don't just give you plastic bags anymore. And then like going to the fast food restaurants or going to any restaurant and they give you plastic straws. I was like, man, guys, I like legit smuggled plastic straws back into Canada with me. I took a handful of them and I keep them, they're run out now. So I need to like restock my supply when I come there next time. But I like had them in my glove box in my truck and every time they give me a straw and you're right, Tobin. Like, so every time they give me a paper straw at a drive-through now or wherever, I use my USA plastic straws. Yeah, which I need more of because it's like you can't even get any of that. Who runs Canada? The Liberals. Mark Carney. Can you believe it? His last name, isn't it so? It's so ridiculous that. And I used to call our former PM True Dope because he was nothing but that. McDonald's straws? Do they still have those stripes on them there? Well, we still get to-go bags, but I think there's also like a hidden fee for that. It's like if you go to like fast food and get, which I like don't eat fast food pretty much like ever. But if you go to a fast food restaurant and you get a paper bag, it's like there's a hidden fee for that, which is crazy, man. It doesn't make any sense. But yeah, I don't eat fast food anyway. Sometimes I will get like a breakfast sandwich from somewhere, but I don't even remember the last time I had like McDonald's or something like that. I don't normally eat that kind of junk because it's just junk. It's like all it does is fill you up. It doesn't give you any kind of like nutritional benefit. Yes, stock me up on silly straws. I'll trade my ketchup chips for your plastic straws. My ketchup chips and my coffee crisp. You're addicted to 7-Eleven taquitos? Okay, I think I've only had a taquito probably maybe twice in my life. I remember the first time I had one though, I was just going out for a little snack run in the middle of the night. Because sometimes you need one of those, and I had a taquito, and it was like a chicken taquito. It was actually really good. Fast food is so unhealthy. I don't know how some people, it's like, yeah, ketchup chips, Jedi Joe, did you not hear me? What do you mean, ew? Okay, what about all dressed? Apparently you guys don't have all dressed there. I'll bring you all some all dressed chips and coffee crisp. Everybody liked the coffee crisp last time. Yeah, we have Tim Hortons coffee. McDonald's coffee is apparently supposed to be better than Tim Hortons coffee though. And it's a better price. You have so many plastic bags. It's so annoying because like you have to bring reusable bags now, or you have to buy paper bags for like 25 cents a bag, which I mean, like a lot of times my paper bags are broken before I even get them into the house, but I have so many reusable bags, I always forget to bring them. It's so annoying. Coffee crisp is the bomb. A coffee crisp blizzard is the bomb. Hortons US, great coffee. Do they have Tim Hortons in the US? I don't think they had any Tim Hortons in the US. Norton Coffee? I've never heard of it. I went to, people kept telling me that Wawa was like Tim Hortons, but Wawa is not like Tim Hortons. Wawa's breakfast is way better than Tim Hortons, and their coffee is not. Their coffee is just gas station coffee. No Timmy's, but you can buy the coffee. Oh, I see. The grounds. Yeah, Tim Hortons ground coffee is good. Actually, it's pretty good. But I just don't really drink coffee. Like, I've never really liked it. I like iced coffees sometimes. And like mochas. I like fancy coffees, like with whipped cream and stuff. Like lattes. Actually, that's what I like. Espresso and steamed milk. And like all fancied up. Yeah, that's what I like. I'm not really a coffee person though. If I like coffee, like it's really rare. Hello? Danny? It's going good. It's Thanksgiving. I'm having my wine. I did see your picture. And wishing that I had turkey dinner. Actually have not eaten yet today. So I'm pretty hungry. And I could totally eat like a full meal right now. Yeah, I don't like coffee. I like drink tea. I normally drink black tea. I like to have a tea in the morning when I wake up. And just tea with cream and honey. And sometimes I'll have coffee if I'm like going out for breakfast. Then I will. And yeah, and like, but I do like a lot. I do like a good, like, yeah, like caramel macchiato or a mocha or something. I always get mochas with vanilla, chocolate and vanilla, because it makes it taste so much better. Cold Pepsi. I don't even drink pop. Can't remember the last time I even had pop. Like, I just don't like it. Pop's not my thing. Sometimes I might drink like, no, like I think like once every like 3 years I'll have a pop with something like pizza or something, and then I don't even drink the whole pop, but I'll drink like half of it or something. Good to see you here, Alti Jackboot. Soda, not pop. Soda pop. Yeah, pop is blueberry caramel mocha. That I've never heard of. Pop, soda pop. I don't like it, pop. No, I remember when we were kids though, like when we were growing up, like we weren't allowed to have that kind of stuff all the time. Like you see some kids and they live off of it. Like tater tots and Pepsi and whatever other junk, macaroni and cheese and stuff like that. Like if we got macaroni and cheese, I remember like hating it because we would always like every day we had to have like a proper breakfast. And being a kid, like you just want to eat all the junk that like everybody else is eating because it's yummy, right? Like I still like mac and cheese is good. I don't eat it. I never buy it because it's not good for me. But being a kid, like we always had like meat, potatoes, and vegetables for dinner. And for breakfast, we always had eggs. Sometimes we'd have oatmeal. And on the weekends, we got to have cereal on like Saturday or something like that, or Sunday. And sometimes on the weekends, we would get to have something like Ichiban or macaroni and cheese or like, chicken strips on the weekends. But I remember like every time we had something like that, like mac and cheese or like Ichiban, it always would have like vegetables and meat added to it. And I remember thinking it was so annoying. It's like, I just want to eat macaroni and cheese with nothing in it. I don't want all these vegetables. I just want macaroni and cheese. And it was just like, it made me so annoyed. But now I don't like to eat any of that junk because I wasn't raised eating it. Like I was raised eating proper food. And now it's like, if I go, like when a holiday comes around, like Christmas, and you just like, you end up spending more time just kind of like eating snacks and stuff like that. It's like after like a day of that, I just want vegetables. Like I just want like a meal, like a proper meal. And I think that's because I was raised not being allowed to eat junk anymore. I'm like, I don't want it. But you get some people who that's all they eat. I just could not do it. He sent more pictures, Dad, of the one that he just finished. Thanks, Schmokes Shop. Hey, I have a question for you, Schmokes Shop. Did you subscribe because of my chain master link video? Okay, there's so many people, guys. Okay, seriously, this is something I want to talk about. Okay, guys, hello, everybody. Maurice, Steve, cold beers on the weekend, once in a while is good. Root beer floats are good. Like I like the way a lot of that stuff tastes. But I don't let myself get too much into that. Code Brown. Videos of a ride through Nelson just to see your hometown. One of these days, maybe next summer. Okay, so this is something I want to talk about, guys. And I'm like, honestly, if you guys say something in the chat you really want me to respond to, you just have to keep repeating it till I say it, because I'm on my phone, so I see like 2 chat messages at a time, and they just fly by when everybody's commenting. It's really hard for me to read them. Anyways. Oh, cool. Well, thanks, Smoke Shop. So back to what I was talking about for the short. So I've got this one short, guys, and it's crazy. So some of you've probably seen this. I made a short of me putting a master link in a chain And it's just so ridiculous. So I put this short out like a month ago, like probably 2 or 3 months ago. And I was putting the master link in a chain. So I had the chain off the bike, but I didn't have any reason to need to adjust the chain when it went back on the bike because I didn't move anything. So the chain was just going back on the bike. And I had it up on the sprocket chain guard. There was a chain guard though like this, so I was trying to do the chain up on the back of the sprocket, and the chain kept falling, and I'm like trying to like hold the chain up and get the master link in, but I'm just like I wasn't able to like hold everything and get the master link in and whatever. And I've done this before at different times, and the chain, like, so I use a zip tie, and we'll put a zip tie between the two ends of the chain, and I'll hold it, pull it tight, and then I'll slide the master link in. So I was just having a really hard time like trying to hold the chain and put the master link in and all this. And so I put this short up of me doing that with the zip tie, and this short's been up for months, guys, but in the last like 3 days, literally the last 3 days, it's got like 7 million, 8 million views or something like that. And I don't know what it is, but guys, if you go to that short, there's so many haters on it. Like there's so many people that are so mad that I'm doing that, like that I'm using a zip tie to put this master link in. And then there's also a bunch of them who are like weirded out that I'm wearing gloves. Like they keep calling, why do you have gloves on? What's wrong with your gloves? Like, why are your gloves so huge? Like, it's just the craziest stuff. And this video is just blown up, man. It's got like, when I checked this morning, it had over 8.5 million views. And yeah, it's like, it is a handy trick, but there's so many people who are just so angry about it. Like they're angry that I'm using a zip tie for this. And I just started getting sarcastic with them because like I'm like almost OCD where I don't like there to be any comments in my unresponded comments, like little section in my YouTube. So I'll respond to most comments. But I just started getting like just sarcastic with them. So like people will just say stuff like, I can do that without the zip tie. I've replaced 100 chains and I never use a zip tie, or like whatever. And I'm just like, okay, good for you. Like your mom is probably proud. Like go tell the rest of the world. How about? Yeah. Yeah, they're real comments. Like there's so many of them. Like if you go onto that short, like people are actually, it is, yeah, all publicity is good publicity, like, right, they say, like, what they say, right? But it's, oh, bye, Paul. But it's just, it's crazy. I don't understand why they're so mad. And then most of them don't realize I'm a girl. And they, I think that's why they're weirded out by the gloves. But it's just like, why do you care that someone's wearing freaking gloves anyways? Like, it's, man, and they're just like, they're so mad. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me, man. But I don't know, I was kind of having, there's just so many comments on it too. There's like 7,000 comments. And yeah, you got to go to my channel. And if you go onto my channel and then click the shorts, the little shorts button or whatever on my channel, go to shorts and then click popular, and that'll come up. And it's just like a master link. Thanks, Rocket Man. It's just like a master link short video, and it's just like mind blowing, like how the things that make people on the internet mad. And okay, there's one thing I did do wrong on there where I actually slid the clip over both posts on the master link, and that was kind of dumb on me. But everyone's pointing it out, and I'm just like, I just did it to make you all mad. Like, that's all. So I'm gonna make another stupid video. I mean, you know what? If I could make shorts that did that good all the time, I wouldn't even need to make regular videos. I would just do the regular videos for fun. But, okay, Kevin. But if yeah, it'd be cool if I could like get shorts that had that, like, got that many views all the time. It's like, I need to figure out, I just need to do stuff that people think is like really ridiculous and like that makes people mad, apparently. I just need to make people mad on YouTube, and then, viral shorts, they do pay. Yeah, like they do. And this shorts like got better revenue on it than a lot of my long form videos do. And it's like the haters are helping to blow it up. Yeah. People are nuts. Like, seriously, guys, go read those comments. It's like, it's insane. But there's a lot of people who are like, that's a good trick, thanks. And then like people will be like, no real mechanic would do that. And I'm like, okay, well, you're the one. Bye, Trev. You're the one calling me a mechanic, because I've never called myself a mechanic, and I've never called myself a professional. I'm just a girl doing things. That's all. And I'm learning along the way. Like, there's a lot of stuff I'm learning. So now I'm gonna make a parody to that video, I think. But I need to have a bike to do it with, and I could do it with a mini bike, but I feel like that wouldn't be good enough. So I'm gonna have to try to do it with I'm gonna have to try and figure out. I'm not telling any of you what it is though. Got work in the AM. Okay, good night. Yeah, I want to do some videos that make people annoyed, but it doesn't make any sense that people would be annoyed with me wearing gloves and using a zip tie on a chain. And thanks, John. I appreciate that. I think the thing that makes anybody good at anything is just caring and paying attention, right? So if you care about what you're doing and you're paying attention, and also like you need to have patience when it comes to that stuff, right? So bye, Schmokes. And yeah, so patience definitely helps, which I don't always have. I mean, sometimes I can get pretty grumpy trying to do stuff when it's not going on my way, like taking tires off of rims and having it take 2 hours to do. Not a fun time. Not a fun time at all. That's when I wish I had like some kind of a helper or someone stronger than me to do some of this stuff with. But yeah, anyways, I feel like I've just been like rambling on. I don't even know what I'm doing most of the time. Like, you don't even know how often I say that. I'm like, I don't even know what I'm doing right now, but I'm willing to learn. And I like to learn about that stuff. You gave me it? Oh, wow, good trick. Oh yeah, Craig, I saw your comment. Yeah, I like to learn that stuff. I mean, I actually enjoy watching videos of guys like showing different tricks and fixes and stuff like that on their bikes. I actually really like that kind of stuff. Wing it epic stories. Yeah. Did I ever tell you guys the story of the last time I went to Florida? I don't think I ever actually told this story, but some of you might know it. So the last time I was in Florida, which was a year ago, I went on the back of someone's chopper at 2 a.m. And I know it sounds like, ooh, like wild or whatever, like, but it wasn't wild. I mean, it was like we were both camping at the Forgotten Angels camp out. So it was not a wild I mean, I was not worried. Like, some people there were like, I can't believe you did that. But anyways, I hopped on the back of this guy's chopper because I love night rides. And I'd already had a couple beer. And I was like, I'm not riding. I don't ride. Even if I've had one drink, I won't ride. And I don't know Florida well enough to just like hop on a bike in the middle of the night at like 2 a.m. and go for a ride. Hi, Keith. And so anyways, I asked just this group that I'm hanging out. I'm like, is anybody here able to take me for a ride on their bike? Because it's beautiful out. Like, I love night rides. Like, a Florida October night is like a summer night in like where I live in BC. So I'm like, is anyone able to take me on a ride on their bike? And so the one guy with the chopper there, the only chopper there, he's like, I can take you for a ride. So I'm like, yeah, like totally. So I like go get my helmet, and I don't even think I had gloves on. I go get my helmet. I think I put my boots on. yeah, I had my boots on already and a hoodie. And I hop on the back of his chopper and he's like, you want to go see downtown Tampa? So I'm like, yeah, like, let's go. I've never seen downtown Tampa. So he rides me into downtown Tampa and we stop at the Dirty Shame and one other spot. And then it's like 3 a.m. and we're like, okay, like, let's go back to the campground. And then up on the expressway, yeah, the guy who had the jail pants. So up on the expressway, which is like, I'm not used to cities that big. Like, I don't hang out in, like, I'm used to small towns. So the expressway to me is like, it's like, okay, like, you're just like on this long overpass, which is the highway, which there's nowhere to pull over on. And so, like, we're riding on the expressway, just like, like, going back to the campsite. And he looks over his shoulder to say something to me. And he's just like, oh, I effed up. And I'm like, what? And as soon as he says that, his bike starts sputtering and it just comes to a stop. He's like, I ran out of gas. I'm like, no way, dude. So, like, we stand there for like probably 15, 20 minutes, try to make a couple phone calls. Nobody's answering their phone calls because it's like 3 a.m. on like a Thursday night or something like that. And we ended up having to push his bike 7 miles to a gas station. And it was just like, it was so sweaty by the time we got there. And then I'm like, and then as soon as, of course, you're sweating from pushing this bike so far. And then, yeah, and then I, freaking get on the back of the bike and then I'm just freezing the whole way back to the campsite because and my feet the next day, we didn't get back to the campsite till 5 a.m. And then the next day my feet were so sore, like I didn't even want to walk. And then but the next day then there was this chopper ride happening, so I ended up going back on the back of his bike, and the whole time was like, make sure you remember gas. Like, yeah, it was a good time. Yeah, being sober is good. I don't drink, really. I'll have a glass of wine now and again, and then drink sometimes socially. Like, Forgotten Angels, your guys' beer is like water, though. Like, in all honesty, like, you guys do not. I always heard that Canadian beer was better than the US beer, and your guys' beer is not very good. Like, we got some good beer up here. If you guys want some good beer, and a Soyuz, the Okanagan is not too far from the US border, and they got a lot of breweries, good craft beer, and good wine. Because they've, like, the wine capital of BC or Canada or whatever. So, yeah, but that was my Florida story. It was a good one. It was a good time. Stuff like that, it always kind of sucks in the moment, but it's like you don't get good stories from you know, that kind of stuff. And yeah, congratulations, Chip, and everybody, all the other guys who've been sober. It is good. If it's alcohol is a problem for you, it's better just not to have it around at all. It's never been a problem for me because I've just never really been into it like that. So my wine is almost gone though. Colt 45. So I do like a good Syrah. Yeah, Joe, I know. This story time begins. Okay, let's be really good at not making any plans, because I don't know if the lack of plans leads to good stories, or if plans that go wrong lead to good stories. Like, what is it? Is it like, what leads to better stories? Having a plan and then just having the plan go wrong? Like, you know, would you have a better time if you made some really good, solid plans and then they just, like, went wrong? Or is it a better time if you just don't make any plans? Yes. Yeah, I'm excited. I don't know. It's been a hard time this time around to actually, like, convince myself to go. But I do have my ticket already, and I was actually looking at canceling it even, but it's like $210 cancellation fee, which obviously I'd still be saving a bunch of money if I canceled it. And it's just because I don't have a job right now. So the thought of going on a trip like that is just, it's stressful. So I was looking at canceling, but I haven't canceled it yet. And I don't really want to. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just like, it was hard trying to talk myself into going this time, which it shouldn't have been, but it is. And it's like my sister's birthday is going to be at that time too. My sister's birthday is the day after I leave. Lacey's birthday. So I feel like that's kind of where like the hard part of it was all coming from. So I leave on the 23rd and then I'll be coming home on the 30th. And this is my Choppers Till I Die shirt. I got this on the chopper ride last year. So yeah, how much do I need? I have my flight paid for. I don't have like spending money. It's stressful to just think about doing a trip like that and not really have not having a job to come back to or whatever, right? So yeah, because I don't know, a lot of you don't know, but my job fired me when my sister passed away. And I took time off for her funeral. Then my job ended up letting me go, which like if there was no like sign of that about to happen, like they had no reason. And there was nothing. There was no inkling or anything that they were like unhappy with me. They were like, I always showed up to work early. I always did more than I was asked to do. Like I would always go above and beyond there. And then my sister passed away and I took 1 day off. And then I went back to work. Like I had 1 day that I was supposed to work, I took off. And then I had the next day off. And then I went back to work for 2 days, only 3 days after my sister passed away, which was so hard to do. And they wouldn't let me have the days off. And then I was like, okay, and then they sent me home on the Saturday because I couldn't be there. And then she's like, let me know when you're ready to come back to work. And then the next week after my sister's funeral, I messaged them on Thursday and I was like, okay, I can come back to work for next week, put me on the schedule. And then she just texted me back. She's like, I'm really sorry, but it's not going to work out. And I was like, is there a reason? Like, can you give me a reason why? She's like, I don't have to provide you a reason because I hadn't been there for 3 months. And in Canada, I don't know what it's like in the States. We have 3 month probationary period where they can let you go without any reason or explanation. And so that's what they did. And then it's not legal, but if you're in a 3 months probation period, there's nothing that can be done about it because they can fire you without having to give a reason. And I tried to like even apply for EI, so for like unemployment, because it's like, okay, my sister just passed away. It's like I don't want to go back to work, which I already have this job, so like going back to work is like, and the people there know what's going on, so like that's like one thing. But then like having to go out there and try to find a job that soon after something like that was like, man, I'm just like, I can't even do that right now. And then yeah. Thanks, Rob. Thanks for being here. So that, yeah, so that's just been, and then I haven't been able to find a job since then. Like I've had a few interviews, but like I'm pretty sure it's our economy, and I don't have a whole ton of experience waitressing because I always did construction before. So yeah. They don't. That is completely like no compassion. For sure. Like I couldn't do that to someone. I feel like even if they were planning on firing me, you think that someone with a heart, they would have like waited. I'm totally like lost for what El Pistoff was talking about. Yeah. I mean, yeah, crappy bosses are stupid. Job hunting is poop. Yeah, guys. So anyways, but that's kind of just the position I'm in right now. So I'm like, it's been a hard choice, like just choosing to go to Florida, but it's also like I don't want to miss what will actually be a good one of the campouts, because the first 2 campouts I went to were really small. And I was like, I want to see one of these epic campouts that you guys are always talking about. So yeah, I don't go to work and slack around. It's like I'm at work to work. Like I can't stand like people who go to work and they'll like just hang around doing nothing. It's like, does your day not just drag on? It's like that's just a great way to make an 8-hour day feel like a 17-hour day. Like when you're just hanging around doing nothing. Like I like to keep busy when I'm at work. Like busy, like give me something to do. Like if I'm out there, like man, and I always worked really hard jobs and I always busted my freaking butt. Waitressing can be like, it's a little more emotionally demanding and you have to be thinking about a lot of different things at one time. So it's hard in that sense, but it's not physically strenuous. Like it's not like you don't come home and you're not physically exhausted by the end of the day. So yeah, that's kind of yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to get out there and probably actually once I get back from Florida, then I don't have to tell them, well, I'm not able to work for this week or whatever. And yeah, or hopefully maybe just make a whole bunch of stupid short videos that get 8 million views and let that be my forever job. And they just let you go for no reason. So, I mean, I don't know if I could make money. Like, the thing is like working on people's bikes for them, waitresses do make good money here. I don't know what it's like there in the States, but waitresses, like when I was coming home with like with my tip and my tips and my wages included, we like $40 an hour. Typically, that was like typical. Some nights would be way better than that too, but I think that working on people's bikes for money, I think I would quickly stop enjoying working on motorcycles if I had to work on other people's motorcycles all the time. I think I would not enjoy that very much. It's yeah, it would and I think it would end up taking the joy out of it for me. Yeah, there's 101. There's a ton of uses for a zip tie. And being a Masterlink putter together thingy is one of them. Maybe even could be a Masterlink. One of the guys in my comments actually said that he rode 6 miles or something like that on a zip tie when his Masterlink, yeah, I don't know, his chain broke or whatever. So that's pretty funny, actually. Zip tie up your boss, Red. Yeah, I know, right? I just don't want anything to do with those people anymore at all. Build a sidecar. I don't want a sidecar for my shovel. I like being able to take corners on my shovel. There's damn few lifers in this. Yeah. I mean, I just think I wouldn't like doing it for people. I like doing it for myself. I don't know, maybe I would like doing it for people. I feel like I don't know. I feel like it would just take away from my joy. Your daughter's a waitress? Yeah, you don't, well, man, I made some really good money. Like, that's how I paid to rebuild my shovel head, was my tips. I'd saved up so many tips. So, an extra Masterlink, yeah. I know, I also had a ton of comments on there from people saying that the clip links, like the one that's in that video, people like, that's gonna kill you, like... And I'm like, why do you all think that a broken chain's gonna kill me? That's what a chain guard's for, is it not? Like, there's a chain guard on that bike. My shovel head doesn't have a chain guard, but I'm also not doing any crazy things or like burnouts on my bike anyway. the most profound stuff you've heard from me. But I would never be a leader of a church, though, because I wouldn't. There's a church in Florida I'm gonna go to when I'm there. It's called shoot, my dad showed it to me, and yeah, Joe, I totally could hear. I could totally see that. No, there's a church near where I'm gonna be camping out. Yeah, you can make good money as a waitress, but there's a church, it's like a motorcycle church. Like the sign on the church is a V-twin engine. And I'm gonna check that church out when I'm in Florida. So I'm pretty excited about that. What about a cult? I think I already do have a cult. Isn't that why you're all here? You guys just don't know I'm making voodoo dolls yet. So you all watch my videos all the time. So yeah, I don't need to start a church. I mean, like, I don't know. I like talking about the Bible and God and stuff like that with people. But I know that, I mean, I don't know. Maybe I should do more videos like that. I don't know if you guys like hearing that kind of stuff. I know I've got a lot of Christians in my, well, I got a decent number of Christians in my thing, but yeah. Right? It is like a cult, pretty much, right? I mean, like, what else would it be? I've got a following. Like, don't cults all have a following? I've got a bunch of followers. It's like, what else would it be? What else would you think of it? Chip likes hearing about Bible stuff. Chip, I don't know what you believe in. I don't know if you're a Christian or not. You've never actually said that. Said if you are. And so, like, if people are wondering, like, you get a lot of people that'll say they're Christian, but they don't. Jesus, family, firearms, motorcycles. Good, Chip. I'm glad to hear that. Don't forget the motorcycles. Family, firearms, and motorcycles. Jesus first. Yeah, I definitely need more guns. If I had as many guns as I do motorcycles, I'd be pretty happy. But I don't have enough guns. And I don't have big enough guns. I like shooting the big stuff. Hello. Christian George, well, good to hear. Videos about, no, I'm not sure if I even saw any messages like, or anything like that. Find my passion and make it a career. Red Rider cult. You are in the Red Rider cult. Like, you're here right now. You're watching my live. Like, I don't understand. I honestly don't understand why people want to watch these lives at all. Because I don't think I would watch one of my lives. But you guys seem to like to hang out. So I appreciate it. I'm thankful for you all. Cheers. It's Thanksgiving. And I'm thankful for my YouTube people. I'm thankful for my family. I'm thankful for my motorcycles, and most of all, I'm thankful for my salvation, because where would I be without it? I mean, well, yeah. So cheers, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving. Cheers, Joe. 10 days. I'm looking forward to Amanda's charcuterie, promise. I'm looking forward to the whole thing with you guys, actually. So, and I did see your text message the other night to call you, but I wasn't home. I was out the other day when you texted me that, and then I opened the message and I read it, and then you know how that goes. You open the message and you read it, and then it's like you forget you had that message by the time you get home. So that's totally what happened to me. And congratulations, Joe. Yeah. I will call you when I can. I will holla when I can. Holla at ya. And then we can figure stuff out. I know Amanda said that the plans may change real quick, or whatever, at some point. I know she did mention that. Okay, have a good night, Phil. Hey, Phil, are you the Phil from Penticton? I've wondered that when I see your name on there, or if there's more than one of you with that name. But anyway, guys, it's getting late here. I'm hungry. I've not eaten anything today yet, except for a couple tortilla chips and salsa, and I need to eat. So thank you all for being here. It's been like an hour and 20 minutes now, so thank goodness, like finally the 5th attempt at doing a live actually worked. And before I go, I'm looking at this, so I'm going to show you guys this. This was going to go on my shovel head at some point, this bayonet. I'm not actually sure what this is from. It's got a little engraving on it. 1022 is the engraving. This was going to go on my shovel head somewhere at some point. I might just have to buy a gun to put it on instead, or have a holder for it on my shovel head too. I don't know. I also have a bayonet from the 1800s that's actually from one of the wars that the French was involved in. And that's pretty cool. It's long though. It's almost like a sword. So anyway, everybody, thanks for being here, and happy Thanksgiving to all of my Canadian people, and thank you to all of my supporters wherever you guys are. Have a good night. Thanks for staying up with me. I know it's late for some of you, and I will talk to you all in the next one. I will have another video coming out this week, and yeah, it'll be a Yamaha video. So I'll see you all next time, and goodbye.